Hey everybody, it's Juliazer here from projectlaptoplifestyle.com. In this video I would like to share an experience I had actually 5 months ago, an experience of being completely off the grid, no phone, no email, no computer, no internet, nothing for 7 days. It was in India. I was exactly 5 months ago in India in a place called Oneness University. I first heard of it and actually experienced it in a Tony Robbins event. I've been in an event called Date with Destiny. He was talking about the Oneness University, how it helped his wife with some health problem, and there was like some kind of blessing which you go over, and I had a really deep, impactful experiences, and it brought me to Oneness University in India. So I went and done a course there for 7 days, and no, it's not just a regular course. I've been completely off the grid, and during the course as well, there's a thing called Mauna, where you have to be quiet. So for 7 days, I was quiet. I couldn't speak with other people, and just listening to like the things we were doing, meditating, stuff like this. And this is not something that I'm used to, and I guess most people that are watching this video, they're not used to this. And that's why I really think it can benefit lots of people, and that's why I wanted to share this experience. It can benefit regular people who are just spending so much time on the internet, on the phones, on the computer, on the email. Internet marketers who also spend lots of time on the computer, on the phone, and it can benefit stressful people as well. And we have, I think, lots of people who are kind of lots of stress in our life. So there were lots of benefits which I got in those 7 days. It was really deep, impactful experiences, something which you don't go through every day. And first of all, first really benefit and something I can share is you get back after those 7 days recharged in your body and in your mind like you haven't been for a very, very long time. Because you know, during the day, most of the time, and hey, it's including myself, we're all addicted to our electronic devices. I'm on the WhatsApp, on Facebook, Viber, Twitter, Instagram, and most people are really addicted all the time on the phone, like working, workaholics, on the emails all day, and it's like you're getting bombarded by this all the time, and you don't notice the effects it has on you. Even if you're not like addicted to email and you control yourself really well all the time, you get messages, WhatsApp. Most people are like this, and I am guilty of this as well, so I know how it is, and you just have no idea how it's impacting you, because after 7 days of completely not replying to any Facebook message, no WhatsApp, no emails, nothing, it's like everything becomes so quiet and you get internally recharged. So after this you can go back to the craziness of the world, or to 2016 where it's just regular things. Tim Ferriss is actually speaking about it. He is doing usually once a year 1 month off the grid, 30 days, completely no phone, no email, no this. And he also speaks that it really gives you a recharge like never before, and that's my experience as well. And I had this experience for 7 days only, so I really can't imagine myself what will be the effect of 1 month. Maybe I'll do it one time and I will share the experience as well. So that's really one benefit, and it actually, once you're recharged, so you can work harder, you can work better afterwards. It's really important to recharge as well, especially if you're working hard and doing lots of things, because it actually gives you the power. If you don't recharge and just work, you actually become less productive. So I'm really a big believer in having like a resting periods, especially recharging periods, and then a huge benefit of going off the grid, and a benefit which I had from my experience in Oneness University during the 7 days. Now, number two is, as I said, I was quiet. So it was like 7 days where I was in Mauna, they called it Mauna there, and I was not speaking to anyone. I was just listening to the, like when we were speaking during the classes, when we were going to eat, nobody was speaking, it was just sitting. And I'm not used to this. It was my first time ever in my life I've done this. And in the first 2 days it's really hard, but in the third day it's becoming easier. And something that you notice on the 5th, 6th day is you start hearing more things that go in your mind. And I mean, you start listening to subconscious, you start listening to things that are important to you, because all day long you're speaking and doing things, and when you're quiet, especially when you're meditating, we were doing lots of meditation, you start hearing things, like you start understanding things in your mind, your thoughts are getting more clear, and like what you want to do with your life and what you want to, things like this. And it's really, really powerful, because there's actually no other way to get to such insights being quiet for a few days allows you to go deep inside yourself and get insights which you probably can't get in any other way. I know I had a few insights because after those 4 or 5 days where I was completely quiet, not talking, my thoughts changed. Like right now, I'm not in this situation. It was my first time ever. And on 6-7 days, literally, I was so clear. I started seeing things I want to do better. And it's a huge, huge benefit because when you quiet yourself, when you allow yourself to be quiet, you start hearing your internal thoughts, the real desires and things from inside. And I think it's really powerful for every human being on this planet. And I probably will do something like this in the future as well. Whether 7 days, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I'll definitely go off the grid or do some vipassana, something like this. It's a great experience to include sometimes. Third benefit, which I got, is really you start appreciating the small things in life. You really tap into gratitude. Something I do also every day, but it's really so vivid because it's the experience of your whole body. You start appreciating the small things like blue skies and the animals and the grass and nature. For me, it does a huge impact like on how I feel, and eventually, you know, that's what controls our life. So literally after those days where I'm quiet, off the grid, I started appreciating everything, and I started appreciating my phone even because I didn't have access to it, and I started appreciating technology, other things as well. So that's a huge benefit as well. Like you unforcefully disconnect yourself from something, so you appreciate all that's around you all the time. You know, why wait until you get something bigger when you can appreciate it now? Fourth benefit, which I think this one is huge. As a business owner, as an online marketer, what those 7 days have done to me, it forced me, literally forced me, because I knew I'm gonna go into some time. I actually didn't know exactly I'm gonna go for 7 days off. I thought I'll be most of the time off. But what it forced me to set up systems in my business so I'll be able to go off. It forced me to think in this direction. Okay, how can I do and set up my businesses? How can I set up a system? Which employees I need? Which scripts do I need? So I'll be able to go away for 7 days and things will continue running smoothly. So how can I work on the business instead of in the business? Something which is really, really important in my opinion, something I look forward to myself all the time implementing more and more. And sometimes, and I'm guilty of this as well, I'm sure many are, during day-to-day just work, and you fall into the trap of working in your business sometimes, not on your business. It's two different things. And you also fall into the trap of thinking, hey, I can go for 7 days. I have these clients, I have these things. If you're on a business, you probably know what I'm talking about. But I believe it's a lie, and if you force yourself, like if you have no other option, you say, hey, now I'm gonna be away for 3 days, you find ways to set the systems, and you force yourself to go out of it. And that's a huge benefit. I know it was for me, where it forced me to set up systems and know how I can go away. So I can do this for the future. So I can, if I do any events, experiences which I wanna do, I don't have to worry about it. I have the systems, I keep working on this, and I'll be able to go away for 7 days, 2 weeks, and not worry about it. I know my business will continue to run and hopefully will grow as well during this time. There's no need as well. Fifth benefit as well is those 7 days in Oneness University when I was completely off the grid lowered my stress levels like crazy. I'm not really a stressful person, I think, compared to many other people, but I do have stress sometimes. I think it's something maybe inevitable, unfortunately, in our lives today. And most other people, from my observation, what I see on the internet and the world, people are so stressful for nothing really. Especially when you're in bigger cities and then you go to smaller places like islands, you see the really difference when you're traveling. Like you go to a big city when you're traveling, and then you go to an island, it's like two different places. Some people are so stressful all day on their phone, just walking, you know, and even walking the street is stressful, and it's not healthy, really. It's so unhealthy. And I mean, everyone, I guess, wants to have low stress levels. It's just something you're forced to in society. It's like you have to have stress. And the beautiful thing of going off the grid, the beautiful thing about necessarily those 7 days and Oneness University, and not just going off the grid, doing lots of meditations, being quiet, you remove all stress. It's amazing, really. It's so amazing. I felt so in peace after those 7 days, and it's a gift. Like, I don't know, it's one way you can reduce the stress, and it's amazing if you have a way to reduce the stress. Actually, I also read something interesting about blue zones. Blue zones is where people have lived to be over 100 years old in a very healthy state. And one element, there are lots of you, I'm not going to get into this in the current video, probably in some other videos, is they were all having low amounts of stress. It's something which was the same in all blue zones. And today we have way too much stress and it affects everything. And some stress is good. You want to have stress, sometimes you need to push yourself, but that's not the kind of stress I'm talking about. I'm talking about the unnecessary stress which hurts your health, hurts your emotions, and doesn't really help you. So that's a huge benefit of doing such an experience for 7 days. Sixth benefit which I had and I want to share is specifically, I wasn't just off the grid, I've done a spiritual course. Oneness University is really about spirituality, and I really gained lots of things in this realm in my life. I explored it because we've done everyday meditations, we were quiet for 7 days, and I'm not too much in religion myself. I'm not really a religious person, but I do consider myself much more a spiritual person. And it allowed me to, again, explore and improve my spiritual part of life through all the meditations I've done. And this is something that's really speaking to me, and delving into spirituality and having this more deeper sense of meaning in your life. It's so important. I think it can guide me a lot in my life. And it's something I invite everyone who is watching this video to delve into some way. And one thing which actually they taught in Oneness University, which really stuck with me about spirituality, because there's so many things you hear about spirituality, it's something which I'm learning myself, is they said, being spiritual is being happy. Now think it over. Being spiritual is being happy. What an amazing concept, really. I see it as an amazing concept, because sometimes people see spirituality and they see people meditating all day and it's like, holy shit, I don't want to do it. That's not for me, and they seem so unhappy and they suffer. But what if spirituality was just being happy? What if you don't really have to meditate all day long and do those things? What if you just be happy from morning to night? Isn't this what spirituality? I mean, if you're gonna be pissed off, are you really a spiritual person and enlightened? I don't think so, and they don't think so as well. So it's something that really struck with me. But hey, being spiritual is being happy. If you're happy all day long, from morning to night, you're doing what you love, you're enjoying your days. You don't have to do something amazing. Like, it can be simple things, or just enjoy. Being in the moment right now instead of being on your phone. This is maybe being spiritual as well. So it's a huge benefit I had. It allowed me to grow my spiritual realm, and I look forward to doing it on different courses as well around the world. So yeah, those were like the biggest 6 benefits which I get and I got from Oneness University, my experience of being off the grid for 7 days completely. No phone, no email, no computer, no internet, nothing. Just me, being quiet, meditating, stuff like this. So I hope this will benefit you in some way, and if specifically Oneness University interests you, you can Google Oneness University. They're located in India, close to the city of Chennai. It's one place to check out. I'm sure there are many other places. If you like this video, please subscribe below for similar content where I share my experiences while I travel around the world, while I give tips about how to make more money online, how to improve your life, and things like this. Thank you for watching the video, and see you in the next